Hi guys, Kane Harrison here. Welcome to the Nashville Real Estate Show, proudly brought to you by the Lippman Group, Sotheby's International Realty. Well, we have a full panel today and I'm super excited about it. We have Gloria Exum, who is my trusty co-host, but she's brought in our East Nashville expert, Chris Strucko, mate. Welcome.
Oh gosh, that's generous. Thank you.
It's not generous. As you'll hear, he's going to fill your heads full of data about East Nashville in a moment. Gloria, just for you, I mean, you've been in the business for a long time here in Nashville. To see the growth in these areas, especially East Nashville, really exciting.
It is super exciting. And what's really great is being the managing broker of our office, having such a diverse, wonderful group of agents. And, you know, a lot of our agents have areas that, that just are maybe a little bit more knowledgeable in one area. And Chris has been with the company for a little over 2 years now and has really brought a lot to the table of being able to sell and market in East Nashville, so I invited him to come in today and talk with us about it.
I think it's so fantastic. Well, Chris, now's your moment to shine about East Nashville. If you're watching this show in Nashville, you of course know all about East Nashville, but we have a very wide reach, as you know, and we pull from different areas. But for the people at home, I mean, East Nashville, it's just grown legs like you would not believe. Tell us about it.
It reminds me so much of East Atlanta. I mean, I've been in Nashville for nearly 5 years now, and kind of listening to some of the senior agents that have been in Nashville for longer than I've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's been interesting to hear them, hear how surprised some agents are about the price points that they're finding in East Nashville. But it just reminds me so much of Atlanta back before the crash, that we experienced down there.
And for the people outside of Nashville, again, East Nashville is really unique in there's a lot of properties. It's to me, it feels kind of Brooklyn-ish. I mean, there are a lot of young families that started to move in there. It's very cultural. There's a lot of musicians in town, a lot of entrepreneurs. I mean, the thriving places of like Five Spot and all that sort of thing. Fantastic food. I mean, it's a really exciting place, but it's not too late to get into the market in East Nashville, I think, is the whole point. There are a lot of people in town who are seeing incredible numbers that they're getting there. But tell us about some of the numbers.
Oh gosh, just about, I would say about a year to year and a half ago, one of my early listings with the Lippman Group was over on Seymour Avenue, just around the corner from Pharmacy Burger and the Holland House, that great little pocket there. And I listed it for the upper 260s, and it was like a 1,200 square foot home, and we were gauging, we were expecting somewhere around 180 a square foot. And I remember a couple agents came up to me and said, "You are out of your mind. Like, it will not appraise for that. How dare you list it for that?" And I love data. I really do my numbers well, I feel like. And it appraised at 182 a square foot. So we were spot on. We got a contract. We landed a great contract within 2 days of listing it. It was just a very successful transaction. And that was a year and a half ago. I just recently tried to land a contract on a property on McFerrin, same little area, Greenwood neighbors, and it was listed for I think like 225 or between 225 and 250 a square foot. And the first 2 days that they put it on the market, they received 8 offers.
Wow.
Unfortunately, ours wasn't the one to get snatched up.
But it just goes to show how hot that market is. But for the people who think, oh, it's out of my budget, or am I going to miss out? Do I have to be poised and ready? Well, the truth is you do have to be poised and ready. And we talk about this all the time, Gloria, about people kind of having their ducks in a row because of the market and the way that it is, and especially when you're looking at really hot spots like East Nashville. And of course, Gloria and the entire team at the Lippman Group, Sotheby's International Realty, will point you in the right direction with mortgage brokers and all those sorts of things. Chris, I know that hub we're talking about in East Nashville around the 5 Points, super hot at the moment, but we're starting to have this urban spread out into Inglewood where there's some really affordable price points that people who can sort of foresee how this is all going to end up can really get in on that market too.
You used a great word. You have to have some foresight. If you're willing to be one of those trailblazers to kind of move in those little pockets right outside of the hot spots per se, you can land some somewhat affordable properties. You might be looking at a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, or a really small 3-bedroom, 2-bath. But for a lot of younger couples that are wanting to live in the city and have a little bit of yard for that dog, it really suits those people well. A lot of walkable neighborhoods. I've noticed a lot of action over in like the McFerrin Park, Cleveland Park area. that's probably a good area to be looking in, I would say.
Well, Chris, we've loved having you on the show. What I'd love to do actually is break this into 2 segments. And so I want to bring Chris back for another segment so we can continue to talk about East Nashville and what's happening over there, because it's a really important part of town. And Chris is the expert in that field. And I know that Gloria wants to pick his brains a little more about it too. So stick around and you'll see the second episode of the East Nashville special right after this.